Live breaking news, Nez Nation. This is absolutely jaw-dropping. Judge Fake Don Juan Merchan, who is the judge who was presiding over the New York Trump trial, where he was recently convicted of 34 felonies, has just sent an email to counsel regarding a Facebook comment that was posted on the actual New York Supreme State Court Facebook page a day before the conviction, celebrating the fact that Donald Trump was going to get convicted. This is monster news today. Happened just now. I literally just got the news, and I'm giving it to you guys first, here exclusive. I'm going to read this letter to for all of us. We're going to go through this letter. I mean, this is literally in real time, and then I'm going to talk about the ramifications. I've already come up with some notes. I'm going to go through what this could mean. Could this mean that quote-unquote convicted felon Donald Trump could get unconvicted? Could this mean a mistrial? This is absolutely an atomic bomb dropped right on the New York criminal justice system. Okay, so let's read this together. Holy mackerel. So here's the email from Judge Juan Merchan, June 7th, 2024. It says, "Dear counsel, today the court became aware of a comment that was posted on the Unified Court System's public Facebook page, in which I now bring to your attention. In the comment, the user Michael Anderson states, quote, 'My cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted,' with a celebratory emoji there you can see. Thank you, folks, for all your hard work. Not one, not two, not even three, but 4 exclamation points and a big, giant heart. The comment, now labeled as 1 week old, responded to a routine USCIS notice posted on May 29th, 2024, regarding oral arguments in the 4th Department of the Appellate Division unrelated to this proceeding." This is groundbreaking. Remember, the conviction, it was just minutes away from being postponed. He was about to send the jury home on May 30th of 2024. And then he got a note from the foreperson of the jury saying they have a verdict. Everybody rushed. Everybody panicked. I went live. It happened almost in the span of 5 minutes. He was seconds away from dismissing the jury, going home that day. This is absolutely huge. The posting entitled, quote, "The Appellate Division, 4th Department will hear oral arguments this morning at 10, and the comment are both viewable at the Facebook page, facebook.com/New York Courts. Very truly yours, Juan Merchan, Judge, Court of Claims." He signed it, Acting Justice, Supreme Court. He CC'd Susan Nichols, Esquire, Counsel of Record, Assistant District Attorney Susan Hoffinger, Assistant District Attorneys of Record court file, and it was actually directed towards Todd Blanche, who did a video on Todd Blanche, who was Trump's defense lead, Joshua Steinglass, and the New York County District Attorney's Office. Whoa. Okay, what does this mean? I did some notes. I got some notes here. So what does this mean? So the letter from Judge Juan Merchan addresses a concerning comment. Why would he send this email out if there was not going to be any investigation? Now, he doesn't state there's going to be an investigation, but the very fact that he sent out this email is very revealing. That is extremely important. I want you guys to remember that. The comment, Michael Anderson claims that, now this could be fake. It could be somebody claiming to be a cousin of the juror, but I mean, the fact that it was posted May 29th and then he actually got convicted on all 34 counts, I think it's reasonable to believe there could be some connection to this Michael Anderson fellow and one of the jurors. Now, the key points from this letter are this, okay, and then I'm going to talk about the ramifications. So this comment was in response to that appellate proceeding on May 29th. Now, the date is really important, okay? The date is today, and it's addressed to all the counsel involved. The date of the actual post was a day before the conviction. Now, the content of the comment suggests that there was some kind of inside knowledge about the outcome of the trial involving Trump. Okay, now this is really important because it indicates that a juror related to the commenter has disclosed the verdict. That is astronomical. That is jaw-dropping, huge news because it implies so much. The concern is this, okay? The concern is that it raises very serious issue about the integrity of the jury and the confidentiality of the deliberation process. So such a comment could indicate a breach of the jury's duty to keep deliberations private and free from outside influence. Remember, Alina Habba and many others, myself included, a lot of legal experts, legal scholars, were flummoxed as to why the jury wasn't sequestered. This is the most historic trial in the history of our country, the first time a former president has ever been convicted of a felony, convicted in a criminal court, and facing potential prison time in the history of our country. Why wasn't the jury sequestered? If you don't know what that means, it means the jury needs to be essentially quarantined, if you will. I hate to use that adjective, but they need to be shielded, buffered from the outside world, outside influence, media, etc. And there was no sequestration. So that raised a lot of alarms, and maybe this could be some kind of a connection to that. The letter, now what's the action? The letter also brings to the attention of the counsel involved in the case, indicating that the court takes this matter very seriously and will likely, didn't actually say in the letter he was going to investigate. Maybe he was just trying to cover his ass. It's very possible. But if they are going to do, the right thing would be to investigate this, because that's way too, as you know, Todd Blanche said in that interview where I did a video on what he was talking about behind the scenes, there's coincidences and then there's coincidences. The fact that comment seemed so emphatic, celebrating the fact a day before the I mean, remember, on the 30th, it wasn't even conclusive. It was seconds away from not even happening and having the jury go home. I believe it was a Friday. I might need to check let me know in the comments if you know if it was a Friday, which means that they would have not had a decision till the following Monday. And the fact that this comment was posted on the 29th is super, super suspect. Let me know in the comments what you think. So what does this suggest? These are my notes, by the way. The letter suggests, okay, that there is a potential, this is huge, that there is a potential breach of juror confidentiality, which, if you don't know what that means, I'll talk about that in a second. It could mean a compromise in the fairness of the trial. And the court may take steps to address this issue, possibly investigating the validity of the comment and its impact on the trial proceedings. Now, there is already a fury, an absolute uproar online, social media, on X. Follow me on X. I'm at Professor Nez. I post a lot of stuff I don't post on YouTube and other video content platforms. They're all going crazy saying that this is a mistrial. He's going to get the verdict overturned, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not jumping to that conclusion yet, but if the fact that he sent this email out is extremely, extremely alarming for both sides, because if what happened and it seems obvious that there's something going on, otherwise he wouldn't send the email, there needs to be some way of addressing this. Now, what are the potential outcomes of this? So if there is a breach, okay, let's say there is a breach and they determine that is the case, it can have several serious ramifications if there's a breach of juror confidentiality, impacting both the specific trial and the broader judicial system, obviously. Here are some potential consequences. So number one, and this is what a lot of people are kind of talking about online, is there could be a mistrial. So the immediate consequence could be a mistrial. What does that mean? If it is determined that the juror disclosed confidential deliberations or verdict information, which if they're not sequestered, we're really just going by their word, it could be grounds for the defense to request a mistrial. This means the trial would be invalidated, and the process might have to start over with a new jury, which, if this also indicates a breach of jury confidentiality, a change of venue seems like it would be automatic. I mean, I don't want to say that, but it seems that they would have even more grounds. Remember, they filed for a change of venue before this trial took place, before the even arraignment. I think it was at the arraignment. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this could also mean a change of venue. It could also imply a contempt of court. The juror responsible for the breach could face contempt of court charges. This is a serious offense that can result in penalties, including fines, imprisonment, depending on the jurisdiction and the severity of the breach. Now, the impact of the verdict, most people want to talk about this. This is really, really big. If the breach is discovered after a verdict has been reached, it could lead to an appeal or retrial. The defense might argue that the jury's impartiality was compromised, which could overturn the conviction. I want to really highlight that. Overturn the conviction or result in a new trial. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be the coup de grace. That would be the big one right there. It could also result in jury selection reforms. I mean, erosion of public trust. I had to put that stuff in there because, you know, these are the other kind of things that could happen. Legal consequences for the juror. Beyond contempt charges, the juror might face charges of jury tampering. There could also be some disciplinary action against attorneys. If it is found that any of the attorneys were involved in or had knowledge of the breach and failed to report it, they could face disciplinary action from the bar, including suspension or disbarment. In this specific case, the comment made by Michael Anderson about his cousin being a juror and revealing of the verdict could have far-reaching consequences, potentially affecting the outcome of the trial involving Trump and leading to a significant legal and procedural repercussions. Holy macadamian nut. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a day. What a chunk of breaking news. Holy mackerel. This is huge. This is momentous. You've got to stay tuned. I'm going to keep you up to date on this. This was literally live breaking news. Holy mackerel. I cannot believe this. Could you imagine if the left, the woke mind, mafia left, whose only sole purpose was election interference, and to use that moniker, I said this in previous videos, convicted felon, could you imagine if that was stripped from them? Could you imagine if they couldn't say that anymore? Could you imagine if they got caught red-handed in this absolute sham trial that you and I both knew was a sham, but now there's even more conclusive proof? Wow. I throw this off to you. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tap that thumbs up because mainstream media is going to spin this worse than Rafael Nadal's forehand. They're going to spin this like you never even heard before. So make sure you share this. Tap the thumbs up. Why, Nez, do you keep saying tap the thumbs up? Because it tells the algorithm to spread this video to more people. We got to get our country back. This is huge. So tap the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. What do you think of this? Do you think it'll amount to anything? Do you think it will be a mistrial? Do you think it'll just be something small, something big? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. If you made it this far, consider becoming a subscriber to our free newsletter. It's free. In the pinned comment, in the show notes, and in the description, it's our free newsletter. All you got to do is give us your best email. It is your sure-proof, fail-safe way of never missing out. Latest breaking videos, up-to-date current stories, live breaking news as it happens, everything mainstream media will never cover. Make sure that you subscribe. It's free. I'll leave all the information in the description, show notes, and in the pinned comment. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right now, especially this one that we did today. And as always, God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.